There's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
This is Elliott. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. Operating from the gun, McKinley. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. Throwing on first down, McKinley. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. It was Taven Bryan who got him down defensively. To throw on second down, Love. Escaping the pressure right. That's to McCaffrey, complete. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. On 1st and 10, Love. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now, and he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Christian McCaffrey, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
Short boot, take it at the 21. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. On first down, Love looking long for Thomas. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Love. Over the middle, complete. That's Fox. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. This quarterback now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Love. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Love steps away to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. 2nd and 1. Flushed out right. Oh, it was hit at the line of scrimmage and intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Here we go, here we go. Bandit.
Looking to throw. McKinley. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Finding his way home for the sack that time, Taven Bryan. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 12, and they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there, those linebackers. And now it's blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Throwing after the interception. Love. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. 2nd and 10. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Back to throw. Love. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half. Unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans push further out in front. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6.
Next to score, Texans 21, Jaguars 6.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. McKinley. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he's got his tight end, Oliver. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. The run by Elliott, a good one on 1st down as he's able to pick up about 6 there. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. 2nd and 4. He's got Fuller. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Operating from the gun, McKinley. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Looking to throw. McKinley got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Tyler Boyd, his first touchdown of the new season, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within one score. This time, the extra point up and good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-17. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35, but make it the 40-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one good for 37 yards. Eluding the pressure right. It's a loss of 8 there on the first down play. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Back to throw. Love. He's going to air this thing out deep for Thomas. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. And it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll buy some time right. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. In for the score. And the Texans push further out in front.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And this results in 6. Touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. No running room for Zeke on first down, as he'll maybe get a yard out of that. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They go to Elliott again. And not much running room. Down to the 32. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Looking to throw. McKinley looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So on 4th down, Jags kicker Josh Lambo comes on. Wind at his back now in this 3rd quarter. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and the deficit falls under 20 now. It's a 19-point game. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. Escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Off the play fake. Love. Open man is Cameron Batson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 38-yard line. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10.
Watch twist. Watch the
Back to throw. Love. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. But they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Snags it for the pick, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And that will bump the lead up to 26.
Next to score, Texans 42, Jaguars 16.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
65.
Again, it's Elliott. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Again, it's Michel. Well, the ball is out. Michel lost it, and the Texans scoop it. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, Love. They'll get this complete to Batson. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A huge play there for Houston. 47 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Christian McCaffrey with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. Now a hit and a loose football. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Throwing on 1st down. Love. Now he'll pull it down. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That'll go as a loss of 9, and it leads to 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down, Love. That's caught. It's Thomas. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. From the gun, Love. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. A nice job to get 11 out of that pass play, but now they face a 3rd and goal. He's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, a great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy where everything has to be pushed downfield.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Bernardrick McKinney picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, man, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. He'll rifle this one deep right side, and that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Now, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turned into a nice play.
On 3rd down, Love. Flushed out right. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
There's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 17-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw on 3rd down, McKinley. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide it.
Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And the Texans scoop it. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, Love being chased out left. 20. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. 33 yards that time. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Looking to throw. Love. Flush to his right. He'll try and run it. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. 2nd and 5. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go. Let's go.
Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Watch 52. Watch 52. 52's the mic. You got nothing in there. You got nothing.
Today's final score, Texans.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Houston, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.